All right, before we do Andrew Tate, let's do this very short one.
Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie than be wrong. It's their nature. It's not a bad thing. I'm not dissing women. Women run from submittance. In relationships, let me say this. Men commit in relationships. A woman cannot commit in a relationship. I don't care. Oh, she won't commit. She broke her commitment. She broke her commitment. She never was committed, bro. They can't. When a man commits to a relationship or a marriage with a woman, he does that in thoughts that it is forever. When a woman submits, she does that in thoughts that this is awesome. And he's awesome, and I love this, and I'm getting what I want. As soon as that stops, she's like, I'm not happy, and she fucking leaves. She will tear your whole family and legacy apart, bro. And we know this is a fact. Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie.
What do y'all think about that? I want to know your opinions on that. Let me get some opinions on that in the chat. I beg. Do me a favor, hit that like button. I'm only seeing 18 likes. Let's get the likes up to... Help me get that up to 30. Thank you. Help me get that up to 30. If you're getting some value from this session, help me get those likes up to 30. Thank you so much. Let me remove this banner. Let's get that up to 30. What are your thoughts? Let me play it again, okay? What does it say? A woman cannot commit something like that, right? Let me play it again.
Wrong. They'd rather lie. Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie than be wrong. It's their nature. It's not a bad thing. I'm not dissing women. Women run from submittance. In relationships, let me say this. Men commit in relationships. A woman cannot commit in a relationship. I don't care. Oh, she won't commit. She broke her commitment. She broke her commitment. She never was committed, bro. They can't. When a man commits to a relationship or a marriage with a woman, he does that in thoughts that it is forever. When a woman submits, she does that in thoughts that this is awesome. And he's awesome, and I love this, and I'm getting what I want. As soon as that stops, she's like, I'm not happy, and she fucking leaves. She will tear your whole family and legacy apart, bro. And we know this is a fact. Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie.
All right, so let's dissect it. Let's dissect it. Hey, Pauline came out of nowhere and said, BS. Oh wow. Oh God, you. In my opinion, some men find it hard to admit they're wrong because they are highly competitive in nature. Yes, we don't want to be wrong, not because we want to be bad. It's just that we're also slightly disappointed in the fact that we could fall short. And that's why I keep saying, don't put yourself on that pedestal. Like I said, give your spouse, give your boyfriend, give them the freedom to express their expectation. I say that all the time, right? But don't hold your feet to the fire that you must fulfill everything because you're simply not capable. Really, all you're trying to do is make sure they feel heard. Make sure they feel received, they feel seen. Make sure they feel safe with you. That's really all they need. But of course, they're running their mouth like they need you to do more. And if you buy into that idea, you will fail because you just can't, right? But again, that's not what they need anyway. They're not needing you to show up and be perfect all the time. But what is he saying? Clearly, majority of you disagree with him. Lots of men don't commit, especially when they cheat. Well, I'll tell you, the part where he said, if we generalize the statement, he has a point. But let me break it down. We need to break it down, okay? We need to break this down into some pieces really quickly. The end of this yeye talks with "it's a fact." They end this yeye talks with "it's a fact." Which fact? Bikono. Dilo says stupid, just stupid. In my opinion, some men find it hard to admit they're wrong because they are highly competitive in nature. Yeah, he's acting like men are the ones that mostly accept they're wrong. But women don't. Lies like liar Muhammad. Patrick is in the house. Hold on one second, Patrick. I'm coming right to you. He says, let me pull him to the stage while I'm reading that out really quickly. All right. He says Ecclesiastes 7:8, King James Version. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in the spirit is better than the proud in the spirit. That is already applicable to one of the laws I'm going to be sharing in a minute that we're going to be dissecting together. Okay. Ajuezi said, is he saying this for all men or just himself? Well, he's generalizing. Welcome to the internet. Okay, it feels like he was saying this from a place of hurt. Obìnrin, sure off, Obìnrin. Brother Patrick, you're there, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good.
Look at what Adiwezi just said. This just confirms to me that Adiwezi is a woman. I didn't know that already, but now I know. But she says, is he saying this from a place of hurt? All right. So men will definitely catch feelings with that statement. Okay. But there's a good chance it's coming from hurt. I promise. Okay. It's a good chance. Anyway, whoa, this man seems to be talking from a bad experience. Most women overcommit. You can find such disloyalty from both men and women. That's a fact. I agree with that. Now, that part is a fact. It can come from any angle, even from the in-laws. Right? He categorized all women in one basket. Anyway, Glamola says work listening. Well done, my sister. Good job. Hey, Rebecca. Hello, man of prestige. Good to see you. Brother Patrick, what you want me to play it again, or you captured the video?
Yeah, I captured it, but let me say that both parties must be committed. There is no way marriage can forge ahead but without both parties being committed. The Bible.
I lost you. Are you sure your signal is strong?
For maybe I should quickly relate to that.
Can you hear me? Your signal was disconnected for a second. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what did you say? I lost your two last sentence, I think.
I said both parties must be committed. It's not the women alone.
Right.
Both the man, yes. I know it's applicable to my experience as well, that today I've been ghosted.
Yeah.
Yes. There was this lady I met in the church and we were dating, She went for NYC, she came back when I've graduated, I seen her. And when I took my family to go and meet the family as an introduction.
Right.
And not to waste time, we even went to the registry. Yes, we went to the registry. Can you believe she just disappeared?
Brother Patrick, you got ghosted. Breakfast. Hey.
Yeah.
It's no wonder why you speak so much wisdom.
What is going on? And my mom then, even first sick, she never appeared to see my mom. She just, my family were, where is this lady? I don't know. I went to her house. I went to see her. She would go to work. She would come back late. I just moved on.
Yeah.
The funniest thing, when my son was in university, my daughter was in university, she just had a baby. You can see the gap. You can see the gap because I had a vision. Marriage, both parties must be committed. You must have a vision for yourself. Because this is what I want to do.
Right.
You can see the gap. When my own daughter was in university, our first son was just entering elementary school.
Right. So.
And the way we were able to connect even in America.
Yeah.
She was calling me for advice. The way she even put me, the respect she gave me, said, "This man, I can't believe the way you move." I was like, I don't have time.
As a man, though, as least try your best. It's difficult, but you have to try your best.
The funniest thing, the stupid excuse you gave was that I pray a lot.
That you pray a lot.
Can you believe that?
I don't know if some of you saw the clip of what was it, Pastor Eze or something like that. It's Pastor something like that, Pastor Jerry Eze, who said the wife used to be like, after his praise, like, bruh, summarize. She was like, summarize. but anyway, yeah, that
Because you know, in Nigeria, they're not lie. I know where I was going.
uh-huh.
I have my vision. You know, I don't want to derail it.
Right.
I pray. It doesn't mean I sit down, I pray all day, but I was a prayer man. So, and that was the only reason she gave. That means she's spiritually low.
Right, it wasn't aligning. It wasn't
She
aligning.
wasn't aligning with
Yeah.
him. That's why I said it might be a disguise to Alex.
Yeah, because if she waited longer, it might be just even a bigger disappointment, or it might be much more hurtful to you. You know.
Yes, I really, you know, even like I said, but you know, I have to cut the relationship. I think, you know, just to distance myself. Even America, she be telling me her problem, like, why you tell me all this?
Yeah.
Like she be regretting, like, I don't have time for that. You know, what you did, I'm forgiving you, but you know,
Right.
move on. So both parties must be committed.
Right.
I tell you, if there's no commitment, the marriage is not going to last safe.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So now I do think there's multiple different contexts involved, right? So as you know, over here, we kind of shy away from religion because everyone's religion is different, right? We focus on relationships.
Sorry, my internet is messing.
Your internet is going in and out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just try to find a stable one. So we focus on relationships, power. We focus on seduction, attraction, and marriage, right? So, because of the attraction and the seduction aspect of it, I like people to have a realistic expectation on a moment-to-moment basis, short-term, mid-term, and long-term. There are going to be moments when it feels to you that the other person is not committed. It's just reality. It's going to happen. Or you feel like you're giving way too much. Or you feel like they're not matching the same effort. Those moments are coming to your marriage regardless of where you're coming from. You know? And it could actually be your fault. And it might not be your fault. But those moments are coming when you feel like, I could have, like, maybe I made a mistake being with this person. You know, where you're questioning your decision to be with this person. It doesn't matter how perfect your vetting was. That moment is coming. You know, to men and women. You know, so how you respond to those moments is going to be everything. It's going to take a lot of assessing the situation. Let's see if this is bad. And by the way, it could be good riddance to bad rubbish. If they ghost you completely, there's a good chance that you really shouldn't be there in the first place. Like Chinye just said, oil and water doesn't mix. Some people just, maybe you couldn't see it and God had to do it that way for you to get it. Maybe you wouldn't see it that way. You're probably giving that person passes that they don't really deserve, right? So, but let me dissect what this guy said before I move on to the next story, because this is why I try to keep my stories to only 2 or 3 now, because there's so much in it, right? But let me dissect this, because I think he has some points that we should pay attention to, even though he's a terrible communicator, okay? Or we should say maybe he's speaking to a particular audience, right? But even regardless of what audience he's speaking to, if a lot of young men listen to this exactly like this, they will self-destruct. They will self-destruct because they will try to put all the weight of commitment on themselves and expect nothing of the woman, and that's not a good idea either. Okay, it's just some people you shouldn't get with. Okay, let's see.
Lie. Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie than be wrong.
All right, so first of all of us don't want to be wrong. We all want to be right. That's why I keep playing all the time that you're right, because people want to be right. People don't want to. Who wants to be wrong? Nobody wants to be wrong, right?
You're right.
Nobody wants to be wrong. So, first statement, let's put that outside.
It's their nature. It's not a bad thing. I'm not dissing women. Women run.
It's their nature. It's not a bad thing. Most of them, when they hear what you have to say, or most of people that haven't had the hurtful experience you might have had, will be like, dude, what are you talking about? It's their nature. Like, Who are you talking about, right? So you're going to say he's just a woman, or any woman who any man who understands say no. What you're saying is not making sense. You're speaking from a place of hurt. You're going to call them a simp because you lack the patience that's required for this kind of stuff anyway, right? So let's keep going.
From submittance in relationships. Let me say this: men commit in relationships. A woman cannot commit in a relationship. I don't care.
So there's some truth to what he said. Okay, here's why. The man's expectation is that where he, regardless of how much I misinya, I make mistakes, I cheat, I exercise my options, it's a commitment. I'm here. That's how men process that. Okay, women, all you need is a few moments, back to back, a few moments of it doesn't feel right. Yes, they will pull the plug. Okay, it's not what a man expects. A man calls it, I'm more committed long term. The woman also thinks I'm committed, but no, like there's conditions, right? The man is saying no, you're supposed to be committed, right? All in all, if you go to that pulpit as a young person and you go and say I do, you don't know what you are doing. No, let me just let you know, okay? And that's okay. Okay, I know it sounds terrible too, right? You don't know what you're doing, that's okay. No, anyway, as a fact of life, you don't know what you're doing when you go say I do. Okay, if you've never had the experience of saying I do in the past, you don't know what you're subscribing to. That's why it's always a move of faith. It's no matter how much you study, you read books, it's always a move of faith. Meaning you're jumping off a cliff, you don't know what you're jumping into. So why should we be doing that? Because you will do it anyway. You're going to carry away and have kids out of wedlock all over the place, and the idea is it's an institution and you will be growing in it over time. You will never know everything until you fight. Okay, let's keep going.
Oh, she won't commit. She broke her commitment. She never was committed, bro.
She was committed. Just as much as you were committed, you were not committed too. Because you didn't realize that a woman is a woman. You keep looking for that feminine woman, aren't you? You're looking for that perfect feminine woman. Oh yeah, because she's speaking my talking points, it must be she's feminine. Cap.
Stop the cap.
A woman is a woman. If she doesn't feel right with the situation, what vows? What vows? Especially if she can align it and justify it with you're not committed either. And then you will end up with shalaye, and then you'll be like, but you're a woman, you're supposed to be a woman, and then you're all over the place and you lost your family anyway,
They can't. When a man commits to a relationship or a marriage with a woman, he does that in thoughts that it is forever. When a woman submits, she does that in thoughts that this is awesome.
First of all, in my opinion, women don't decide if they want to submit. They submit if you feel safe and secure. It's not something they decide. For as long as you keep thinking a woman is just not submissive, she's not a submissive. If you're thinking that way, you will attract, because your energy will attract non-submissive women. It's just what it is. It's neither right nor wrong. They don't decide that. They're not going to submit if it doesn't feel safe and secure. Why? Because they have to protect themselves. What are you talking about? Are they wrong? I don't know. Your decision. You think they're wrong?
Oh, you're right.
And he's awesome, and I love this, and I'm getting what I want. As soon as that stops, she's like, I'm not happy, and she fucking leaves. She will tear your whole family and legacy apart, bro. And we know this is a fact. Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie.
If she doesn't feel safe and secure, your whole legacy and family will be torn apart. You can blame it on whoever you want, but I'll tell you like this: if you keep giving your problems away to other people, you will collect. You will continue to experience what you're experiencing in different forms too, from different angles of blind spots. It's just the way it works. Okay? But Patrick, what do you have to say about that? Oh, he's got it because his internet wasn't strong anyway. Let me see what you all have to say about that. All right. I think, let's see. Last like he don't cast. May God forgive me, because when the news came out that his fiance broke up with him because he was, the G word, I believed it. Poor Alex, I wish him well. Nos Rosie, there you there. Last, he don't cast. Sorry, bro, Patrick, but that was a blessing in disguise. Exactly. last. I think if she was bold enough to ask for forgiveness, she should take her back. If there's still love there, I believe in second chances. Okay, we're still talking about that. The men that will continue their marriage if their wives continue to cheat are yet to come and show their faces. They will never show their faces because it's that's a thing of pride for a man, and yeah, that's a bad idea completely too. As long as they have a counsel that they work with privately, that's good enough. Okay, showing their face, that's not how a man is built. If he takes her back, you will never know, but a lot of men do, just so you know. Okay. Exactly, they want to do all kinds of rubbish and expect you to stay there. Yeah, gonna work, right? Hey Cynthia, hey Ojibe Chinecherem, good to see you. Catching your live for the first time, thank you so much. Good to see Cynthia. This is Cynthia, of course. Cynthia, shout out to you. I've seen Temiti recently, latecomers, but nonetheless, we're glad to have you. It's never late, by the way. It's better late than never, right? We had Temiti, we had Uzo came by. We had let me see who we're still missing. Let me call them out. I'm missing what's her name? Our leader in the obedient movement, right? Why did I forget her name just now? My other sister there, right? But yeah, more people are coming. It's okay. Thank you for coming, Cynthia. Good to see you. D'Souza, good to see you, D'Souza. They feel like women shouldn't have problems with their cheating and supposed to continue to endure and accept abuse. Let me be clear with you. Most men are not privileged to cheat like that. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. Okay, that doesn't mean they won't take the opportunity if it comes. What I'm saying is that most men are going to work. The loud situations you're hearing are cheaters. I get that, but most men are not even. They don't have the opportunity like that, even if they would. Okay, majority of the issues has nothing to do with that. Okay, usually we have issues with controlling behavior, lack of emotional intelligence, right? But we've already narrowed it down to two things, right? Unrealistic expectations of a woman, a human being, and pride, uncontrollable pride, okay, right? Or trying to put sex on the forefront, because men relieve, career-wise, are a reliever, right? But a woman who's not happy does not, the way she relieves stress is to leave her alone, right? So there's also that there, and then obviously not paying attention to the underlying relationship. Like if I like you as a friend, I'll do anything, like something so simple. People in this generation would rather go find big words, psychological words, and it's not working clearly. D'Souza says, watching from work. Shout out to you, D'Souza. I appreciate you. But why is she back again? Oh, we're still talking about that topic. We left that topic. Let me see. Let's see. Follow me. Ask, why did she come back? The return of the runaway bride. Maybe there's nothing on the streets. I keep telling you, there's really nothing in the streets, right? It's nothing in the streets. The men that accept their wives back after cheating is rare. However, they're not rare. There's a lot of them. A lot. Okay? The problem is that what men do you know will come and say, oh, after my wife did this, did that, like, it doesn't make any sense. It's a lot of them. So I want you to have that at the back of your mind and apply some grace to men when you think that through properly. Think about the ego of a man and then him finding himself in the situation where he has to do that for whatever reason, right? If the woman doesn't announce to the whole world like this auntie just did, Auntie Fancy, right? Yeah, I met Omoye and Ify. Yes, I'm missing Omoye and Ify. I know they will stop by. I know they'll come. I trust them. Just like I trusted Cynthia. All right, good to see you all though. All right, so I'm talking about continuously, not just one-time situation. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to it. We got about 50 more minutes to address this 18 laws that I want you to pass along to men. Okay? There are 18 of them. I want you to help me count them. And then if you know where they're coming from, I want you to help me point that out in the chat as I'm going through them. Okay? So let's get through that really quickly. While I pay a 30-second bill really quickly. See.